Dear friends, welcome to my video lecture series. This video is the continuation of Gauss elimination method. Here I have chosen two more problems for your better understanding. Solve the system of equation by Gauss elimination method. So what will be? There are three system of equations. This can be written as Ax equal to B. So we have to rewrite in this form. From that one we have to choose augmented matrix. So Ax equal to B. Now, the augmented matrix will be together A and B. In a single matrix, if you are writing A and B, it will be augmented matrix. Good. And then our aim is to reduce this augmented matrix to upper triangular matrix. This three elements, 1, 2, and 3 elements. This is the main diagonal element. Below the main diagonal elements, you have to reduce to 0. Right. So look at that. I encircled it. I circled it. 4, 2, and minus 3 we have to do. So first reduce the first column element, do with the first step, and the second column element, do with the second step. So reducing first column element, we have to use first row, and reducing second column element, you have to use second row. While you're reducing second column element, we have to well, are reducing this element to 0, this second column element to 0, we have to make the use of this second row. This is what the thing we have to do here. Clear? Right. Now come to the part. Now, first step. We have to reduce the first column element to 0. So we have to use the first step. So what we have to do here, I am going to write the explanation. So R2, I am going to change now. I am going to write this with the new R2. That explanation only I'm writing here. R2 tends to R2 minus 2 into R1. So I have to multiply R1 by 2. If I'm subtracting, easily I can get the answer. So I'll write the explanation here. So what is R2? R2 is 4, and then what? 4 minus 3, 3. Okay, good. Then what it is? 2 into R1, or directly you can multiply by minus 2 R1 also. 2 into R1, it will be 4, 6 minus 2, 10. Now we have to subtract it. Minus, minus, here plus, this is minus. So it will be 0, here will be minus 2, here it will be minus 1. What about here? Minus 7. That's it. This is so I'm going to replace this element, this entire row R2. This is my old R2. This is my new R2. Right. Now, what is the explanation I have tried for R3? R3 tends to R3 minus, yeah, directly we can subtract, no need to multiply any element, minus R1. So what is R3? I will write the explanation here. R3 implies, what is R3? 2 minus 3, 2 and 2. Now directly we can write R1. R1 implies 2, 3 minus 1, 5. So we have to subtract it. Minus, minus, here it is plus, minus. So 0 minus 6, and then it will be 3 here, minus 3. Is it clear? This is what the concept of row reduction. I hope you have understand now. So my R3 is going to replace by this element. Look at that. This is the explanation. And I replaced R2 by this element and R3 by this. That's it. So we reduced this two position to 0. Now our aim is to move to the second step. So if you want to reduce the second column element into 0, you have to use second row. Second row. So do not take first row. If you're taking first row, again you will get a element here. You will get a non-zero element. Already it is 0. If you're taking first row, you will get an element here, non-zero element here. That's why for that purpose only we are taking second row while you are reducing the second column element to 0. Right. Come to the point. So we have to reduce this into 0. What is the explanation I can write for that? Yes, exactly. R3. I have to take R3 tends to what I can do here. Any idea? So multiply this by this and this by this. It easily you can get the answer. It will be automatically it will reduce to 0. Look at that. So now R3 tends to R3. You can do in two ways. You can multiply this by 6, this by 2, and you can subtract. Or here 6 I am having. If you want to get 6 here, you can multiply by 3. In two ways you can do the multiplication. Clear? So it will be R3 minus, already minus symbol is there, minus into minus, plus will come, then only it will get to 0. It will be 0. 3 into R2. I hope you have understand now. So what is my R3? R3 implies it will be 0 minus 6, 3 minus 3. My R2 is I have to multiply by 3 and then I have to subtract it. 3 into R2. 0 minus 6 minus 3 minus 21. So now we have to subtract it. Minus plus plus already minus symbol is there. If I subtracting it will be plus, it will be plus. So what will be 0? This also will be 0. And here it will be 3 plus 3 6. What about here? Plus 18. That's it. So I have to write here 0 0 6 18. I hope you have understand now. Look at that 0 0 6 18. Now back substitution. What is back substitution? This is x, y is that in all the elements. So come from the last one back. I mean from the last row. That's what the back substitution. So what will be? I'm going to write x. I mean z 6 is z equivalent to 18. This is one. And write this element. What will be minus 2y minus z equal to minus 7. And the first row will be 3x, sorry, 2x it will be. Am I right? It will be 2x plus 3y minus z equivalent to 5. So I can get z value equal to 3. Substitute z value 3 here. I can get y value. Substitute y and z value, y value and z value here. I can get x value. This is what the concept of back substitution. This is what I have done here. I'm getting z equal to 3. From the second one, if I'm substituting z value, z is 3, I can get y equal to minus 2. And then 2x plus 3y minus z, first equation. From the first equation, if you're replacing y and z value, I can get x equal to 1. So the final answer is x equal to 1, 2, 3. And easily we can do the cross check. Take the original equation, solve for equation, go to more mode button in your calculator, press 3 or 4 times, it will be equation. Choose for 3 unknowns. There are 3 unknowns. It will ask the question A1, B1, C1, D1. So you have to choose the main question, the 3 unknowns. The coefficients will be A1, B1, C1, D1. I mean A1x, B1y, C1z equal to D1. Similarly, A2x, B2y, C2z equal to D2. A3x, B3y, C3z equal to D3. You have to give like that. If you insert the value, finally press equal to symbol, automatically it will give x equal to what, y equal to what, z equal to what. So you no need to wait until the examination result. After complete the problem itself, we can conclude whether it is right or wrong with the help of this concept. Clear? Right. Now I have chosen one more problem for you. It's 4 by 4. 4 unknowns will be there. 4 unknowns you don't have you can't able to do the cross check in your calculator, so you have to you can substitute the values. So you look at that. If in your equation you can replace x value, y value, z value. Left LHS equal to RHS you have to get. That is one way. Another way to check all the values is using calculator. Right. Here we can't able to do the cross check because in your calculator only up to 3 unknowns they have given. Suppose if you're getting x, y, z value, we have to substitute it here. Left hand side also 2 equal to 2. It has to come like that to verify it. Right. Come to the problem now. This is a given system of equation ax equal to b. We can write. Now consider the augmented matrix. You know very well. In together A and B. This is A, this is A, and this is B. For identification purpose, we are putting here you can do the dotted line, or it may be the straight line also. Then only you can come to know how to reduce into triangular matrix. This is diagonal element. If you are not taking this line, you will confuse it. So now we have to reduce this all the elements. First step we have to reduce this to 0. Second step, this 2 into 0. Third step, this one into 0. So this is the upper triangular matrix. That's it. So I have circled all those elements here. We have to reduce those things to 0 to get the upper triangular matrix. Now, first column element to 0. Tell me the explanation how to do that. R2 tends to R2 minus, we have to with the help of R1. So 2 into R1. That's it. Do it separately and substitute it. Similarly, R3, we are going to replace R3. I'm going to get my new R3 with the help of the row reduction. What it is? R3 minus 3 into R1. Similarly, R4, row 4 is equal to R4 minus R1. Directly you can do that. So if you are doing like that, do separately what I have done in the previous problem, we can get this answer. See, look at that 0, 0, 0 here. What is my next aim? I have to reduce this two elements to 0. I have to use second row. The second column element, we have to make the use of second row. So that is this row. This element we have to choose pivotal element. This should be non-zero. That one only they are talking about pivotal element, right? Now come to the point. That is the thing that they have given here. The second column element to 0. This we have to reduce to 0 with the help of what? This one. With the help of row 2. This element. uh, in some other textbook or some other others, what they will do, they will divide this by 3 and they will try to do that. Without doing that one also you can do, no issues here. So what you have to do for that, 3 into, it will be R, this is R3. R3 tends to 3 into R3 minus R2. In that way also you can do, we can get the answer. Clear? So what I'm going to do here, just I have divided by the R2 by 3 as I told you already. Then I will get here 3 already, it was there, here 3, 9. If you divide by minus 1 by 3, it will be 1, 1, 3 will come here. Now it will be easy to write. R3 tends to, what will be? R3 plus R2. If you're taking R1 here, what will happen? As I told you already, second column element, it should be second row. Suppose if I'm taking first row, what will happen? Again, while you're subtracting, look at that. This position, you will get the element 1 here. So it should be 0. Then only we can get the upper triangular matrix. That is why we are taking, we are reducing the first column element, first row, second column element, second row. In that way, third column element means third row. So means second row, second column, third column element, third row we have to choose. Right. So this one only. Now, what is the next one? I have to reduce this into 0. What I can do for that? R3 tends to R4 now. R4 tends to R4 minus, not minus, plus only. Then only it will cancel. plus 3 into R2. That's it. Do the calculation separately. You will get this answer. Look at that. We reduced this 2 into 0. What is our next aim? We have to reduce this to 0. For that, we have to use, third column element, we have to reduce to 0. We have to take, we have to use the help of third row. Third row, it should be pivotal. Pivotal element. This should be pivotal element. So this element should not be 0. If it is 0, you can't be able to reduce this into 0. You can't be able to multiply or do something to reduce to 0. So what we have to do by that time? Now it is 0. What we can do? It is so easy. Here, our aim is to diminish this to 0. What I can do? Interchange this to, R4, interchanging R3, automatically it will become 0. Am I right? Take the write this row element here, this row element here, so automatically it will reduce to 0. That's it. Look at that. This element we have to reduce to 0. Now I'm going to interchange these two ratios because it should not be 0. If it is 0, you have to interchange the element and then you have to do the calculation. That's it. Now we interchange the automatically we are getting the upper triangular matrix. This is reduced to 0. We no need to do the calculation for that. That's it. Back substitution. How to do that? 2w equal to 4 from the last row. From this minus 4z plus 4w equal to 12. And finally, so the second row it will be x0, y z also 0 plus w equal to 3. And the last one, x plus y0 z equivalent to minus 1. Substitute w value in this one, we can get z. Substitute w and z here, we can get y. W, z, y, we can get x here. This is what the concept of back substitution. So, to say it like that, I can get this answer. So, x equal to 0, y equal to 1, z equal to minus 1, and w equal to 2. Here, how to do the cross check? You can't be able to use the calculator. In calculator, up to 3 unknowns only you are having. So, substitute this value in any one of the equation. The LHS should be equivalent to RHS in the given system of equations. Any one of the equation you can substitute it. That's it, guys. These are all the concepts you are having in Gauss elimination method. That's it. Thanks for watching. We will see in the next video. Thank you.